Hello, my name is Glenn Poveromo, and this is the first in a series of audio programs that offers you insights about how you can use the power of your mind to create a happy and successful life. Now, I'm sure that at one time or another you've heard the expression that we use only 10% of our mind's potential. I've always wondered about the other 90% and how I could discover ways to further develop it. It made sense to me that the more of my mind's potential I could access, the better my life would be. As a result of this journey of exploration, I've developed 7 specific mental tools that, when used consistently and properly, have the power to completely change your life. We'll be discussing these powerful tools in future programs, but before we speak about these tools, let's take a moment to consider the power of our mind. Have you ever taken time to consider just how powerful your mind really is? It's a fact that our minds are very powerful and can help us to create an existence of happiness and abundance, or an existence of anxiety, fear, and a feeling of lack. How we live is a direct reflection of how we think. When I make a presentation to an audience, I begin by asking the question, how much of life is in your mind? The unanimous response is a consistent, all of it. I then challenge my audience by asking, if life is all in your mind, how many of you practice thinking? There are always a few who respond that they do, but the overwhelming majority look as if it's never occurred to them before. For many in the audience, this becomes an aha moment. Well, what about you? Do you ever take the time to practice thinking? When we consider the mind's power, it's important to begin with the concept that we consistently perform to the level of our beliefs. Whatever we believe about ourselves in any situation will have a direct bearing on how we perform. Let's take for an example 2 students and their attitudes about tests. In this example, ask yourself which situation might apply to you. Student A expects to get a high grade. She studies and visualizes herself performing well, and she goes into the test feeling confident and certain. When taking the test, she'll remain clear and focused and able to perform to the best of her ability. Student B, on the other hand, expects to do poorly. She feels pressured and stressed. She struggles in her study habits and enters the test feeling both unconfident and uncertain. She allows herself to become confused and unfocused when answering questions, even when she knows the answers. The same is true for athletes who believe they will either succeed or fail in pressure situations. Player A thrives on pressure situations, and he wants all the action to come his way when the game is on the line. Even if he fails in one clutch situation, he'll still want to be there in the next contest. He believes he is a gamer. Player B allows just the thought of pressure situations to cause him to lose his confidence and fall apart in the heat of the contest. He wants the action to go to someone else when the game is on the line. No matter how skilled or talented he might be, he believes he can't perform under pressure. Well, which player might best describe you? What's the difference between those who expect to succeed and those who expect to fail? It's about the belief systems that each has established in their mind. We simply do not outperform our beliefs, and even when we do, we'll feel so uncomfortable that the next time we perform a similar task, we'll find a way to perform in a manner that makes us feel comfortable. If we believe ourselves to be a failure, we'll find a way to fail after our brief success. On the other hand, if we believe that we'll succeed, then we'll find a way to succeed even after a failure. An important statement to remember is this: if you want to make a lasting change in the way you perform in any area of your life, you won't get there by merely changing your actions. If you want to make a lasting change in the way you perform in any area of your life, you can only get there by first changing your beliefs. Now, think of any times in your life when you wanted to make a significant change. You might have gone on a diet, started an exercise program, enrolled in a learning program, any of a number of things that you felt would make a significant change in your life. If you're like many who have tried these things only to give up and return to old habits after a while, you're not alone. It's because willpower alone can't keep you on the road to lasting change. What keeps you moving in the direction of where you want to go is first changing your beliefs. Once you change your thinking from I think I can or I think I might to I believe I can, then you're ready to change anything about yourself that you desire to change. You might be asking yourself, can my belief systems really be changed? Can I really take control of my life by using the power of my mind? The answer is a definitive yes, you can. This concept certainly sounds simple. By changing your beliefs, you will change your expectations. By changing your expectations, you will change your performance. and by changing your performance, you will change your life. It's really a logical progression and can be done by anyone. However, to be able to do so, you need to understand just how your mind works. When you know how something works, you're in control. When you don't know how something works, you're at the mercy of fate and other people. Consider this example. You are driving at night on a deserted country road, and suddenly you get a flat tire. If you don't know how to change the tire, you will have to wait for someone to come along to help you, and any number of outcomes might happen, some good, some bad. The point is, because you don't know how to change the tire, you are in a random situation and more or less subject to whatever fate awaits you. However, if you do know how to change the tire, an entirely different outcome will take place. You'll fix the tire and proceed on your way. Because of your knowledge of how changing a tire works, you're in control of the outcome, and you'll be safely back on the road that leads you to your destination. This is an example to let you know that knowing how your mind works and being able to use this knowledge will help you to create outcomes that you desire in your life. You'll be in control of how you respond in all situations that present themselves to you. Even though you might not be able to completely control the situation, you can learn to completely control how you respond, which will empower you to make clear and responsible choices. For those who don't understand how their mind works and are unaware of the mental tools that exist to help them live their best life possible, then life becomes a matter of leaving things to fate and feeling that all that happens to them in life is just the way it is. These people feel out of control and ineffective to create what they really desire in life. For these people, life can be a heavy, fearful existence and a chore, rather than the rich and fulfilling existence that successful people know life to be. Well, who are successful people? Successful people are those who have learned to consciously make choices in their patterns of thinking. They are people who choose to focus on what is possible rather than focusing on what they lack. They've conditioned their mind to see beyond the limits that others see as obstacles. Successful people are those who have learned to effectively use the power of their mind to create their best life possible. If you feel your life is not exactly what you want it to be, the good news is that there are powerful mental tools available to you to help you live the life of your dreams. You can learn to think and perform in a new and empowering way. You can change your life from a limiting and difficult experience to a life that is limitless and filled with exciting experiences. All it really takes is to understand the incredible power of your mind and to use this inherent power to live your best life possible. We'll be discussing the specific tools available to you in further discussions about the power of our mind. It will be my pleasure to share with you insights that will help to make your life better in some way. As your life becomes better, the lives of those around you become better as well. It all begins with understanding how to use the incredible power of your mind. I'm Glenn Poveromo, and I look forward to speaking with you once more. I wish you peace, love, and a smile in your heart.